Hello, my audience. Greetings. I'm reviewing a Marvel movie called Run. It's a Marvel movie, Run. I'm reviewing. Right. I'm reviewing Ant Man to Ant Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, the third one, also known as Ant Man 3. Let me blow my nose, okay? My nose is a little running. So, Ant Man, at least the first Ant Man movie, is a solo movie about Ant Man. But the second Ant Man in the Marvel timeline, because it's not an origin story, it's an origin story, sort of. It's sort of an origin story, but not an origin story. At least not about the first gen Ant Man within the content of the movie. It's the second passing the torch mantle origin story of Ant Man. Wasp is teased that she'll get her costume at the post-credits scenes, then we see it redesigned in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and also once again in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania redesign. I guess I'll give the sequels a 6 out of 10 in the Ant-Man 1. Because I think the sequels have too many characters, too many plot threads, way too many jokes that you can digest with like all of them out characters and recurring characters and new characters that come and go in the sequels of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Instead of actually just having one main hero, Ant-Man, they decide to, or just started with Ant-Man and Wasp being the two heroes in the first one, but it just doesn't make. I just thought I was hoping they will work out the kinks with telling a more linear, compelling story with the sequels, but they didn't. They kind of lean into the weaknesses and add more characters, more jokes, and more spectacles with more characters introduced to the movie and heroes, and it's all fucked. Was bloated, fat in this movie. That's stupid. There's just too much stupid, bloated, fat amount of characters in the sequels to Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean, to Ant-Man, known as the Ant-Man and the Wasp movies. That's why I give the sequels Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania 6 out of 10, and the predecessor Ant-Man and the Wasp a 6 out of 10. And I guess I'm going to give the first Ant-Man movie I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I give these movies these a 6 out of 10 Ant-Man movies, with the exception of the first one that gets a 8 out of 10. Because I give these movies this score because they're fine, mediocre, guilty pleasure movies. This are the popcorn movies, and too much stupid ideas thrown in the mix, all three of them. Yeah, I think this is the worst solo run that Marvel has made a movie franchise out of that I've seen. That's a trilogy. I think this is my least favorite Marvel trilogy, is Ant-Man trilogy. Ant-Man didn't get that much better in the when he Ant-Man just Paul Rudd's Ant-Man just doesn't get that much screen time in his sequels, or that much development, or that much I opting to be a competent hero at his hero stuff. I don't know. Everyone, this is oh. Um, that's the problem with the Ant-Man sequels, starring Paul Rudd, and why I give them a 6 out of 10. And well, the first Ant-Man has a little too much comedy. Well, the first Ant-Man had a little too much comedy that didn't always hit home. That had too much comedy that was, well, I don't know. I could tell. You know when comedy feels. Ever heard? You know when comedy can feel sometimes forced in a movie and out of nowhere. Well, that's what a lot of the comedy feels like in Ant-Man, out of nowhere. Like you wonder, was that in the script or did the actor improvise? We may never. I don't know the answer. So if this all this kind was in the script, or some of the actor cast decided to improvise and shoot it in the final movie. I don't know. It's just, and also like all the jokes feel like they're not really needed for the movie, because the movie is pretty lighthearted. It's pretty pretty like not that nothing. It's just most of the movie's just origin montages of him training to be Ant-Man using the suit after he's and and uh, that's why I give Ant-Man a 8 out of 10. It's just bonkers mediocre. The first one. The sequels that go downhill after that don't get better after this first one. Unfortunately, not. It doesn't happen. Goodbye. Subscribe to my channel, please. Like this video.